say thank you very much for coming out this morning. It's been very exciting for us. Although I was not here at this time, my husband did go to school through Price Middle School. But it's been so exciting to read all the different Facebook comments from former students, from former teachers and staff workers. So thank you so much for coming out. We're real excited. There's been lots of debate about what's in the time capsule. So we're going to have a treat here in a little while. I'd like to introduce a couple of people, and I'm going to go ahead and say I'm sorry to all of you that I can't introduce everybody. We have lots of really important people here today. But first, I would like to thank Ms. Phyllis Criswell for coming out. She's our superintendent. Mayor Ken Larson from Interlochen. And Mr. Allred, the principal, who was here at the time the time capsule was buried. And again, there are many other important people. We have some ladies from the Historical Society from Interlochen. We have a lot of former students, and again, a lot of former staff and current staff. So thank you all for coming out. Yes. Oh, school board members, yes ma'am. Kathy Jorgensen, right back here, and David Buckles. Thank you, sorry. And at this time, I'm going to ask Chris Hilliard, who was a student here when we buried the time capsule, to come up and lead us in the pledge.
You'll join me with the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So I was given a Boar's Tale, one of the yearbooks from 1989, and if you'll just bear with me for a few minutes, I would like to read the page in here that said, "Happy Birthday, Interlochen." I believe that is part of why the time capsule was buried at this time, because Interlochen was having a 100-year celebration. So 1988-1989. Internationally, we enjoyed the Olympics in Seoul, South Korea, and Calgary, Canada. We read about the earthquake that shook Armenia, USSR, where 40,000 people died. We tracked Hurricane Gilbert, strongest hurricane all over the Caribbean. Nationally, witnessed a new president, George Bush, elected and sworn in. Locally, we celebrated the centennial of Interlochen. Chipko and Blue Pond were the first names of the Sleepy Village. In 1988, the town became Interlochen, land between the lakes. Until 1929, it was a big tourist center for Northerners. Companies such as Florida Rock and Hastings Seed Company began here. Interlochen schools have always been important in the community. The oldest school building in Florida in constant use since it was built is part of the elementary school, pictured bottom left, which would be the Sid Martin building down on the corner. C.H. Price students joined in the celebration by preparing and burying a time capsule. They participated in the art show, the band marched in the parade, and played at the picnic. We studied Interlochen history and saw a slide presentation presented by Mary Dawson. All of these events have helped us gain a better understanding of our community and our place in it.
And here I'm with Howard Allred, who was principal at Price Middle School during the time that the town celebrated its 100th anniversary and the time capsule was buried. It was under his direction. Welcome back. I understand that you are now in Tennessee, correct?
No, I'm in Georgia, Valdosta, Georgia.
Okay, Valdosta, Georgia. How did the time capsule? What made you decide to dig up the time capsule right now?
Well, it's been 30 years since school was built in 1984, and I guess we decided that if there's going to be anybody remember where it was, we better dig it up while everybody was still alive, where somebody would know where it was.
And I understand that you left a note about it in a place that they didn't know about until last year. It stayed hidden for almost 26, 27 years?
Yes, it did. We put a note on Mr. Price's picture that's in the office on the back of it, taped it on the back of it, because I wasn't sure, how long anybody would live or when we would get to it. There were a few people that knew about it, but we didn't want everybody knowing about where it was.
Okay. Do you have any recollection or idea what we might find in the time capsule today? Do you remember any specific items?
Well, we opened it up to the students, and the students brought many things that they put into it. It's about 6 inches by 4 feet long. So we put quite a few things of the old middle school when we had the portables here, and things that students brought in, papers and so forth. Hopefully they've stayed dry and we will be able to look at them today.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. This is really kind of a little bit of living history today. And how many years were you with the Putnam County School District? Because I know you were in administration when I was coming up as a student.
I was with 33 years with Putnam County School District and started teaching in 1965.
Okay, and anything else you'd like to say about today? Your feelings as Time Capsule is unearthed?
No, we have a lot of memories and a lot of things that go through the students' minds, and the students are very proud of the school and the community, and our teachers have been proud of the community and the school, and we've been having meetings together the last couple of years, a couple of times a year, and we decided this would be a good time to, like I said, open up the capsule and see what was in it, and who knows, maybe we'll bury it back.
Okay, well, I appreciate your time, and we look forward to seeing what's going to be in the time capsule in just a little bit. Thank you, Mr. Allred. And I have with me Tiffany Stauffer, who was actually a member of the student council here at Price when the time capsule was buried. She said there was about 20 students at that time on the council, and she was one of them during the 88-89 school year. Tiffany, we're glad you're here. What can you remember about that time being on the student council, and why you picked that year for the time capsule to be buried?
I believe it was an exciting year for us. Interlochen was turning 100, and for their celebration, we decided that we wanted to bury a time capsule with items that were from our generation, and that's all I can remember.
Okay. What do you remember about student life back then in middle school? What are some of the things that you remember about, that were popular back then? Do you remember any of those, things that may or may not be in the time capsule, but that, that was the 80s and you were growing up during the 80s. What do you remember about the 80s?
I remember a Walkman. I remember Cabbage Patch Kids, Garbage Pail Kids, the little cards. We were into a lot of beach life. A lot of students like to go to the beach. We were just good, all around good kids. This was a great time to be in school and a great community to live in, to be at this school. And it was just fun. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Miss Turner said she was a little shy and didn't necessarily want to come out, but she was in charge of student council. So we would like to ask Miss Turner and the students that are here that were on student council. And Miss Turner, do you want any other students? How do you want to do this?
Yeah, the student council.
Student council from when the time capsule was buried. If you guys will come up. All right, Miss Turner, come on.
This is Barbara Walker. She was our treasurer at the time. Chris Taylor and Tiffany Taylor Stauffer.
Get together.
And can we ask Chris to dig?
Sure.
Would you like the honor?
And maybe Tiffany can read.
Yeah, Tiffany, read the instructions.
So, is generally in here?
No, we gotta read the instructions.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Instruct me how to dig.
Yes. The material and information in the time capsule was collected in 1986-87 school year. The first year the new facility was occupied by the student council. The capsule should not be opened until 2012. The openers will possibly want to add to the capsule and reseal it for another 25 years. The time capsule is buried 1 shovel length west of the flagpole and 2 feet below the ground, 3 feet north.
Chris, it's from the flagpole.
Oh, from the flagpole.
Feel better about that?
Is that West Chris?
That's Wes. Now you gonna go 3 foot north?
Maybe a handle for this one.
There we go.